Welcome back to my baby dolls. We have juicy crypto news. This is the Bitcoin chart. As you see, we have been going a bit up. We are now around $30,000. We have been trying to battle through the zone. And I'm going to give you a naughty surprise here. Look at the magical fractal Ponzi. We are also going to crank some music because, have a look. Let's zoom in. The magical fractal Ponzi from Mt. Gox cycle, 2015, 2016 Bitcoin. We seem to be respecting it. It's fascinating that these squiggly lines, just when we gave up on them, they started moving up. Look at this. There was a bit of a time delay. Look at this. We're like, uh-oh, it's not working, guys. It's over. No, we started going up. Isn't that crazy? So don't look at the distances, the total here. I just got to remind you, if we follow it, we go straight to 40K by November. I don't think that's going to happen. I would be more than happy if we land anywhere from 31 to 33K by the end of January. I don't want to jinx anything. We are moving along the cycle. I can even show you the full cycle again. Isn't it fascinating to see that this stuff works? But when it comes to these cycles, I want you to know something. When it's time to move up or down, generally we do move up or down, but there is something to be concerned about. You don't know the distance. So sometimes, well, actually all the time now, because of diminishing gains, the up thrusts, and I know you like to thrust upwards, family-friendly show, it's not as strong as it used to be back in the past because Bitcoin has more people now in the network. There's thicker liquidity, diminishing gains, false cycle, you know, all that beautiful stuff. But if we continue this, it's going to be great to see, isn't it? You know, it says the same thing as the super trend chart that we have here, still around $30,000. We're still waiting to see if we can repeat the past. Got to remind you again, friendship on the horizon. Every single cycle, 3 out of 3 times before the Bitcoin halvening, we get back to the 50% retrace from the top to the bottom, which is $42,000. So if this marks 4 out of 4, that's what would happen. I think that'd be fascinating, friends. Imagine that happens because, you know, if this happens, that would make the case of a 4-year cycle breaking. It would like lower the probability a bit, but like it's still factored in. I still don't trust everybody, but if the 4-year cycle is going to break, it might be that Bitcoin and crypto rush up too fast in 2024. So if we don't get a tremendous 2024, maybe the rushing up part appears in 2025, but that's the 4-year cycle. The 4-year cycle is the year after the Bitcoin halvening is the euphoria. Isn't it great to see? Look at the juicy news of today. Firstly, we have Michael Saylor, cybernetic hornet's nest. He's up $60 million after being down $2 billion. And this is the picture right here. I forgot the website to use. It's actually fascinating. They show you El Salvador around as well. So El Salvador's long from about $40,000. You can have a look at the chart. I'll show you back here. El Salvador's long from about here where my cursor is. Poor El Salvador. Well, I hope we make it, man, because they're a third world country. I guess we're all going to jail if it doesn't work out. Michael Saylor, by the way, so he's got like 158,000 Bitcoin now. He's almost got 1% of the supply. If he had around 200,000, you have about 1% of the supply. That's crazy. I've got to remind you this. MicroStrategy is going to dump on the way up. But they're going to do perfectly crafted announcements to tell everybody that what they're doing is not bearish. They're going to say, no, this is bullish selling. That's what they're going to do. Why? They got to save face. This is just unfortunate reality, right? So they're going to dump somewhere. I know they're going to dump somewhere. Okay, they're going to betray us. But it's not really betray because they did a lot, right? They went turbo long, almost sent everybody to zero. So they're going to dump somewhere. And, you know, a lot of people said to me, no, but Michael Saylor said we're going to $10 trillion coins. Yeah, Michael Saylor did. He ain't the CEO anymore, Habib. He is not. They installed some other new Asian dude. Now, this Asian dude, he's going to dump. Why? He doesn't care. He's ruthless. He's like, dude, I don't give a crap about your cybernetic hornet's nest, man. We are a company. If I don't dump and make money and this thing goes to zero, we might get put in jail. Just to let you know, friends, this is why companies are better than DAOs. Because companies, if the team is not actively working to make money, you could put them in jail. They have a fiduciary responsibility to make profits. But with a DAO and crypto, they're like, let's hold hands. Let's go to fake DeFi, Uniswap. Let's tell everybody we have governance, okay? So it's a different world. I'm not saying to touch stonks. I'm just saying the law's got to catch up. You know what else we have today? HEX. 7 days. 300% pump. Richard Hart also returned to tweet about the chart and going up. I've got to show you some things, friends. So this is Ricardo Corazon. He also mentions there are only 8 days remaining to write your comments to the proposed rules. Please remember to do this. And guess what? There's a new website here. This website walks you through. Look at this. You go to it's called Public Comment GPT. I think I'll go back here. See? Look at this. Beautiful, beautiful. Public Comments GPT.com. I'll put it in the description as well. If you go down here, it shows you everything. Instructions, select an issue, hit generate. It's just generating all this stuff. Isn't it AI? AI is amazing, friends. So I really do encourage you to do it. The proposal's in 10 days. We are winning. We are most certainly winning. Also, Ricardo Corazon. So this should make you super bullish, by the way, because if you've been missing, firstly, take a seat over there. Warm welcome to you. Make sure you keep your back straight, because when the corrupt SEC came and attacked HEX, PulseChain, PulseX and everything. So this is the HEX chart, by the way. When they came and attacked everyone, everybody speculated. We thought, oh my gosh, he's not going to be able to tweet about the chart or price or talk about anything speculative ever again. We are wrecked. That's what we thought. And the price reflected it, didn't it? That's why we all had the capitulations, you know? That's why everything went... The corrupt SEC caused a 69 to 70% drop in a day. That's price manipulation, by the way. They caused that because they're scum. So... all of this happened, but guess what? Ricardo Corazon comes out and tweets. He tweets everything pumping, and then he actually does this. This is what I never thought I'd see. I'll be honest with you. I never thought we would ever wake up to him getting a price chart and doing up and to the right. Why? I thought because, a corrupt lawyer, a corrupt judge, the corrupt SEC, the corrupt JP Mosquito, I believe they could make an argument. I thought, I'm not a legal dude, I thought they could make an argument that this is speculation and misleading investors to make them think, oh, the thing's going to go up. That's what I thought. But you know what? They can all suck a cucumber because they're the ones who are corrupt. And with that, we're going to play some interlude angel music, friends, because I appreciate every single one of you, okay? Don't forget, publiccommentsgpt.com. This is fantastic to see, isn't it? Isn't it great to see him back actually happening? Now, this is EHEX chart. We have EHEX and PHEX put together. I'll just put them overlay. See, friends, they move together. They move in line. Look, the orange line is moving with the candles. Look, they move down together. They're reversing up together. Maybe there's a bit of time delay. It's not the end of the world. We also have PulseX. I still think PulseX is really ridiculously cheap. But then again, Pulse is also super cheap as well. Pulse still needs to grow about another 60, 70% to get back to day one sack. I think, based off Richard's comments, based off how everything's going, we should be at day one sack for Pulse. That's just personally me. Unbiased opinion. I am long, of course. Just based off the corrupt SEC and everything digesting and where Bitcoin and Ethereum are going, I feel like we should be there minimum. Unfortunately, even if we get there, you're not that high for PulseX. You're still 70 to 80% down-ish on PulseX. So we got a long way to go. Also got some fun news for you. Elon Musk, the Muskrat, says he's going to give $1 billion to Wikipedia if they rename themselves to Dickipedia. So it's interesting just to see he's still trolling, having fun. I like seeing this. A lot of people are like, wow, what's this news got to do with anything? No. You want to see this dude or alien or robot, whatever he is, you want to see him just repeat his pattern of behavior. Why? Because most likely he's going to want to chase the dopamine from 2021. When he became the world's most popular man again from Bitcoin and from Doge and all the memes and the fun and that type of euphoria. He will want to relive that again. Why? We were all here. We all want to relive that too. The dude's already got all the money in the world. So now he wants other things. All right. So this is a part that he can only fulfill by being a massive troll. And so maybe he can troll the world by putting in Doge as a crypto for Twitter. Don't forget, that's not going to send Doge to $10, but it's going to enhance crypto and the world, right? Everyone's going to be like, wait a minute, he's using it for a currency? That's a great thing to see. Also, Gabriel Haines, surprise, surprise, he's run shirtless in the streets. Why? His portfolio's up 2%. Here he is right now. This is Gabby.
You don't know me, son. I am the greatest, smartest motherfucker to ever walk this earth.
That's right.
Warren Buffett is a fucking boomer.
That's right.
He doesn't know investing if it slapped him across the goddamn face. Welcome to the new paradigm, bitch.
That's right. 2% pump. That's what we're here for, friends. We do have quite a while to go. Remember the magical fractal Ponzi. So here I am saying, what bear market? Huh? What bear market, friends? I mean, it only took 4 years, right? It's been a gruesome challenge. I want to remind you of something, okay? So I'm enjoying the magical fractal Ponzi, but don't forget, many people say the bear market wasn't brutal. Why? I'm actually going to tell you why. It's because, you know, all those people who said that, they're mostly Ethereum maxi holders. They have a big portfolio weight in Ethereum, and Ethereum did really well in the bear market. Look at this, he never even broke the low, right? He made a higher low. So from 880, it went up to 1,068. You can see this by the ETH BTC strength. So if you go back, if you just want to see how anything performs, friends, chart against BTC. That gives you the true performance. Now, when were they doing it? They were super excited here. They were doing all of it here, okay? This is when they're like, wow, look at ETH BTC. It's going great. By the way, everybody thought this was going to happen. Everyone thought this inverse heads and shoulders thing was going to go up. It didn't happen. So that's what everybody's looking at, this zone. Now, this is where the cookie crumbles because ETH BTC is going down. It goes down usually every fourth quarter of the year and then revitalizes January, February. But what can we gather from this? Well, I'm about to tell you something that's going to shock the mittens off your hands. Ethereum third cycle curse. You've heard this before, okay? Make sure you like, subscribe, belly button, or you shock the algorithm. Family friendly show. I appreciate every single one of you. It is in a third cycle curse. But I want to let you know about the mechanics behind this. What does this mean? Well, you know all those people who thought that Ethereum was going to go parabolic? Well, guess what? They don't come and buy deep in 2025 as much. Let's say there was meant to be 100 people that buy here in 2025. Guess what? Now, because Ethereum had narratives in the bear market, of those 100 people, you now got like 60 of them to buy in the bear market 2022, 2023. What that means is there's only 40 people left. There's less euphoria in the future because we bought them here. You know, I explained this to one of my friends and he said, well, if they bought today, how come the price isn't going up? Well, this is the thing, right? It's because this is what you don't see in the charts. Because the prices were good, there were big accounts slowly trimming their Ethereum to cover collateral and loans, life expenses. They're scared of crypto. So they were selling along the way. They were stamping down on the pressure. And on top of that, you did not get them to buy, market buy in a frenzy. Why? That's because Bitcoin was in a bear market here. If you go back, watch my very early videos, friends, one of the most critical conditions is that Bitcoin's price sentiment must be flying. You must get multiple green monthly candles in a row. Ethereum was showing strength in the red, green, red, green, red, green. The red and the greens. You've basically wasted your ammo. You've literally, I don't know another word, you've literally just ejaculated prematurely. So that's what's happened with Ethereum. Now, Ethereum's not bad. Of course not. It's great. But those emotional buyers who make stuff go up, remember, like there's going to be always equal number of buyers and sellers, right? But what makes something go up? It's when the buyers, they don't want to wait. They don't want to sit as limit orders and get filled anymore. It's when the buyers want to keep hitting market and then hitting market and then hitting market. They just want to they want to get in at any price. And that thing eventually runs off along itself because, in crypto, we can restrict the supply. So that's what's been going on. And the ETH BTC chart, it shows you this. Now, ETH BTC, I think it's still fantastic. Why? Because ETH BTC, it might be the window of the future for altcoins that survive. And what I mean by that, look at this. This was nuts. If you draw a fib from Ethereum's parabolic first cycle, Fibonacci, down to the bottom, you go to the 50% zone. Look at that. Bitcoin hit, ETH BTC hit exactly the 50% mark. And it's hovered between here. And it's gone sideways. So what I think might happen, and I'm going to make more videos on this later, is see this was a 50% zone that I've shown you. I'm thinking this might repeat for other, what we consider blue chip, here to stay coins out there. So if this is, for example, Chainlink, this is Link ETH. Maybe Chainlink does the same. Maybe Link ETH goes to the 50% zone and it never goes parabolic. It goes up here and then it just goes sideways. It does this for like 2 years, just like how Ethereum has done. But also, I'm going to leave you with this, okay? This is actually a cool tip. So I've looked at many charts, thousands and thousands of charts. And what I noticed is when you chart against Bitcoin, it's much more smooth and the levels are respected compared to if you chart in Ethereum. So Ethereum is what you really should chart, but Ethereum is super difficult. There's no TA on the Ethereum charts. They're so random. It's because Ethereum's moving and then your altcoin's moving. It's really wild. But I've noticed when you chart against BTC, there are levels that get respected. And what I mean by that, if you draw like fib extensions, fib retracements, there's a higher chance that the chart you're looking at eventually goes to where you can predict it's going, where you think it's going. And that would be this 50% zone here. So instead of what we just saw was the Chainlink versus Ethereum chart, that's actually what we really want to watch. We really want Chainlink. We want all our altcoins, right? Real DeFi, HEX, PulseChain, PulseX, everything you own, you want to be outperforming Ethereum. But this is the best chart we can get. That gives you at least some confidence and stability. This 50% zone will be around here. So that is about Chainlink being, I think, 0.1%. So it is 0.001. It's 0.1% of Bitcoin's price. So if you go up here, that's what the price would be around here. So maybe that's what the future holds. Maybe it like returns up to the middle and then we just get 2 years of that. That might be what happens. Now, I don't know what happens next because Ethereum is doing this pattern now. It'll be fantastic if Ethereum goes back up to the top. If we do this, that means the majority of crypto investors lose. Why? It's because the majority of the money is in Bitcoin. And if these patterns happen, that means Bitcoin's dominance is going down to 30 to 20%. And it means altcoins, which they said would never outperform Bitcoin long term, they actually are outperforming Bitcoin long term. And I believe this is what I think is actually going to happen. This is my main thesis for this whole decade, that many altcoins will continue to outperform Bitcoin. That's my belief. And I think I'm going to be right on that. You know why? Because no one believes. Not a single person believes, friends, okay? Not a single person believes. And play some angel music. Everybody, what do? They go back to the past 10 years of data and they say, well, if you bought any other coin but Bitcoin, you got destroyed. The thing to buy was Bitcoin. So I've noticed that is now consensus. No one wants to touch any altcoins. That's great to see. So what does the future hold here? Don't forget, let's say, look, not financial advice, friends, of course. If you said to me, hey, you've got 10 Bitcoin, you want to try and make more on it. All right. I wouldn't put it in leverage trading or anything. I'd buy, like, for example, Link. There's other alt choices you have. But if you were to put, let's say you had 10 Bitcoin, once it returns back up here, that is a 2.8x on it. Now, 2.8x isn't the target, right? We want much higher, but this is why it's a 50% retrace. We would hope that one day it goes back to the top. You get a 5x on your Bitcoin. By the way, that's huge because, you know, Bitcoin's higher up here as well. This is like enormous returns. So we don't know what the future holds, but maybe these fibs are going to be the key to where we end up in 2024 and 2025. Make sure you like, subscribe, belly button on, and catch you in the next one. Tell mom and dad, do love and appreciate him too.